TCT presents Public Report, a look at the issues and events of importance to our viewing area. Now, here's your host.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Public Report. I'm Pastor Rodney Hill, and we're so excited today. It's a new year, and everyone's trying to get it together for the new year. We tried to leave some things in 2017. Moving forward in 2018, one of the things I wanted to leave is my weight from date. But you know what? Let's just be honest. Most of us go a week, 2 weeks in, you're back to your old habits. But I'm here today with Dr. Bobbie Whitaker and Miss Rachel. God bless you guys for being here. I'm excited because they have a way to help us get it together. Now, Dr. Whitaker, you have new body sculpting.
Yes.
And then we're going to talk about that. Miss Clark, Rachel, you have Take Back Your Life Naturally. I'm getting excited about that.
Yeah.
When you say naturally, let's talk about it. What do you guys mean when you're talking about body sculpting? Let's give an overview. What are you doing to help re-sculpt someone's body?
Okay, good question. We use LED light technology. The light energizes the fat cell, puts a tiny little pore in there, and literally pushes the contents out into the bloodstream. So we're detoxifying, basically speeding up the process of weight loss, utilizing that technology. And then we utilize nutrition and detoxification. We teach them healthy habits. But basically, it helps people who cannot get results on their own, or if they can even, but we get a lot of the people that have tried everything and it just isn't working for them. So we just help them speed up that process so it incentivizes them to make those healthier habits and keep them.
So you're able to target maybe those little trouble spots, like, you know, they get their stomach down to just that little pooch, but they can't quite get it going.
Right, yes, definitely.
But now you back it up with nutrition, you said, to continue the process.
Exactly, so that they don't have all the cravings for all the junk, right, that they normally would. And if you don't crave it all the time, then you can make a better decision.
Okay. Well, Rachel, tell me, how are you going to help us take back our life? Naturally. I just want it natural. I mean, I don't want it artificial. I mean, that's part of the problem now is most of our food is artificial. You know, so talk to me about that.
Well, about 3 years ago, Dr. Bobbie had introduced me to some products. At that time in my life, I had gained weight due to some prescription medication I was on, and probably not the best eating habits. And I was living off of ibuprofen and I was struggling in a lot of areas. And Dr. Bobbie had introduced me to these products, and I did my research, and it's based on a tree called Moringa oleifera. And so if you were to Google or ask Siri what the most nutrient-rich botanical on the face of the earth is, it's going to come up Moringa oleifera. And when I was researching this, I thought, this is too good to be true. And at that time in my life, I was like, well, I have nothing to lose. And so I started taking the products, and a couple months into it, I asked my husband to come on board with me, and it's completely changed our lives. And what I've learned is that when you give your body the nutrition it needs, it has the ability to self-correct itself. And so now I'm no longer living off of ibuprofen. I've lost almost 30 pounds. My husband's down almost 40, he's down 40 pounds. And I'm no longer dealing with the pain and inflammation that I had before. And at 45 years old, feel better than I probably ever have.
So now you're talking about a plant that literally shifted things in your life. But I've heard a little deeper thing here. Dr. Bobbie, there was something in you that made you reach out to her. So let's talk to that, because, you know, I'm real big on relationships, and I can tell you ladies are spiritual, but that seems to be part of this holistic approach, is it not? That you're not just trying to deal with someone on one aspect, but maybe the whole person. And obviously, as she says, it changed her life, but we're talking about a plant now.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead and let's talk about that. What is it about that drew you into wanting to help someone like Rachel?
Yeah, I had seen what it had done for my family and for some of our toughest patients. You know, we were chiropractors. And so, yeah, I knew that she was having some health issues. I seen, we were both in this organization, so I saw she'd gotten sick a couple times. And I said, you know, this could help you, I think. Right. It's something that's definitely helped us. Okay. And so, you know, when you see something change your life so drastically, we had every disease, all the chronic diseases in our family. We had cancer, diabetes, heart disease, kidney failure was going on with both dads. And so we were looking for something that could really help them that wasn't a pill. Okay. And so we'd seen that change in our family. And that's when I said, yeah, let's share this, you know.
Okay. All right. Now, but now you shared this idea, but this is literally a business too. Am I correct?
Right.
So talk to me a little bit about the business side of it, because obviously, you know, I just think it's so interesting how your heart was to help someone, but yet it's birthed into a business.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So can we speak to that? And maybe, you know, Rachel, you can share your story, how you got in the business side of it after Dr. Bobbie does?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the beautiful part of it, is that it's the plant is so giving, and therefore it's able to help, you know, whoever it goes into. And so we had a major need, like I said, in our family, and that's kind of where we had prayed, and God supplied that need for us. And we just said, hey, if it can help us and we can help the toughest patients that we have, right, then surely we can just reach out and really, you know, give people hope back. Give people, like what she says, take your life back, because if you're sick, you know as a pastor, that if you can't do your job because you just don't feel well or you
right,
can't think
right,
well, then it's really keeping you from your purpose. Mm-hmm. And that's what we see, is that if we can really just hand this to somebody else and let it change their life, then they can fulfill their purpose even more.
Right. Awesome. Okay, Rachel?
Well, because of how it changed my life, I began to have a passion that I really never knew that I had in me, okay, because of the changes in my life, to really want to be able to help others change their lives. Because along with this, I started using essential oils for different things, and realizing that there's a need out there for people to realize that there's natural ways to heal yourself. Right. And so as my passion grew, I took that leap of faith and decided to focus on being able to help people full time, because of the need out there, and really being able to educate people, okay, talk to people, and about the health, and helping them with their mindset and living a more positive, healthy lifestyle.
Something you mentioned earlier, the body is designed, and I think this kind of goes back to your spiritual roots that you both obviously have, that God has designed the body for that, but a lot of the hindrances we have are self-made. You mentioned our eating habits. A lot of times we've got things that are in our lives that are non-productive, empty calories, empty carbs, right, and we get to the point where we're not even thinking, we're just eating out of habit,
right,
not hungry.
Right.
Just habit. You can't sit down and watch the game without doing this. You can't watch this certain shows without your Coke. And right, so we have all these different things. And I was sharing with someone earlier today, and they were talking about how they were coming off of caffeine. And they were getting a caffeine headache.
Right.
And I started thinking about how all these artificial things we've infused our bodies with.
Right.
So now that this program that the Lord has blessed you with, because I kind of feel like it's a blessing, because He's blessed you to be a blessing. Dr. Bobbie sowed into your life, now you're sowing into others, and then I found out that you actually sowed back into her because you're part of her company.
Right.
I mean, boy, if I tell you, that's a way to grow a church right there. Each one reach one, and now you've ministered to her, changed her life, and then she turns around and sows back into the very company, right, that blessed her, because chiropractic is your main thrust, but you have the body sculpting as one of the things, and then the holistic, the medicines, or the, what do you call them, supplements?
Yes. Nutrition.
Nutrition?
Yeah.
Okay. So really, we're talking a lifestyle. We're not
Right.
talking about another
Exactly.
real program. We're just talking about a lifestyle shift. Am I
Right.
correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
But a lot of people, they need the support and encouragement from people, and that's what we give to a lot of people that we work with, because
Right.
they're missing that.
So you give that thing that we don't like to say, which is accountability.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, because, let's just be honest, most of us, when we know someone's going to check up on us, which is
Right.
one of the reasons that a lot of the other things don't work. This time of year, the membership surges 60 to 80%. And nowadays with technology, what they do is they'll tell you go ahead and sign up on automatic draft, because they know in 2 months you're not coming back.
Right.
And all they're doing is sitting there collecting the money until you finally get enough of your pride hindered and go and say, go ahead and cancel it.
I've had that happen. I've been
yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
But this
All
is
the time.
this is a shift in lifestyle here. So you're helping people slowly and methodically come up with a new plan by eating better, finding out what foods actually help you.
Yes.
Exactly.
Correct.
And it's almost
Yes.
a positive peer pressure. I don't know if you've. I think growing up that really helped me. I had a group of friends that all kind of competed for grades in a good
Yes.
way, right? And
Right.
that it's kind of the same thing. Like you see your friends doing that, and you want to go
Right.
along,
Right.
and make those
Well,
better decisions.
competition is not bad. We made it bad because it's so negative in so many ways. But the reality is, it does force you to do better.
does, yeah.
I believe John Maxwell calls it the law of the lid. You're
right.
going to raise to the lid of those around you. And
That's
the
right.
world has a nice saying that says, birds of a feather flock together.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yes.
But we always look at that as a negative.
Right.
Birds of a feather flock together. But why has that got to be negative? When you see a bunch of positive people, you should want to be around positive people.
Right,
And it's
right.
proven that if you're around positive people, you'll tend to have a bit more positive outlook,
Yes.
which is what Miss Rachel is saying. Am I correct?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're saying you no dunning on any of your people that you hung with, but now that you're a little more positive, do you find that you're drawing more positive people? Maybe we could say it that way.
Yes, I was just thinking about this the other day, that since I've really made these lifestyle changes and the people that I've met and that I've been blessed to meet, that I really would have never had the chance to meet them before all of this. And I had some good people in my life, and they're still in there, but it's expanded even more and really taught me how to grow as a person, and it's been a really incredible journey.
Well, I'm glad. Now, hopefully, like I said, the one or two who aren't there, it wasn't necessary. I don't know yet. I'm just picking. This got to give me a hard time. But I'm glad to know that, like you said, you were able to keep some of the people in your life. Because what I found, ministry-wise, a lot of times when you move forward,
Right.
the reality is everybody's not going to come with you.
It's true.
I mean, it's just the reality of life. Everybody that went to elementary school with me did not go to junior. We had junior high when I came up. They didn't go to junior high. We call it middle school now.
Right.
But junior high, they didn't all make it to junior high. And then some of that were with me at junior high didn't all make it to high school.
Right.
They might have moved, their family might have. But then from high school to college was a whole nother ballgame.
Right.
And from college to life. Everyone that you were friends with in college, usually when you get out, you move, they move. So there's different stages of life, but the one thing that you got to do is take care of you, because wherever you go, there you are.
Because you find that not everybody will support you on your journey.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that is both spiritually and physically on your journey. I think is that not true?
That's exactly
That
right.
as you start to
very
get
true.
healthy, there's some people who will have an attitude because you're getting it. Oh, you think
Right.
you're special? Because all of a sudden y'all are, because they know they're not going to rise to that.
Oh, you've just lost too much weight. Right.
Subtext. You look better than I do now, and I don't like you anymore.
Right.
I mean, people.
It happens.
People are shallow like that, but they don't want to admit that.
Right.
But I've learned that people judge you out of the content of their heart.
Right.
So when they tell you you've lost too much weight, what they're basically saying is, I don't like the way you look in comparison to me now,
Right.
because
Right.
I'm not ready to deal with me.
Right.
Because I think that the eating, and they've proven this scientifically, a lot of these things go deeper.
Yeah. There's issues.
there's issues going through, but I like the subtext of what you guys are doing because it has that spiritual component. And as a pastor, I'm always listening for that. But I think that that's an offshoot of the blessing that God has given you to sow into someone else. And then for Dr. Bobbie, you to be able to see Miss Rachel grow and be able to do what her passion is. And I think you found your purpose, and you're passionate about your purpose. And your purpose is to help other people, which is a kingdom mentality. God has blessed you guys with a business that helps people feel better. Well, who else but the healer to give you guys the healing touch? I think that's kind of exciting.
Yes.
So talk to me now. Where's the location of the business? Let's talk about that so people can kind of know where you are and how to contact you.
For sure. We started out of our practice in Murfreesboro, so we have a location there, and then so many people were driving from Marion, Harrisburg, Mount Vernon, that we opened in Marion, and right in front of the airport. And so, yeah.
So you got 2 locations.
2 locations right now.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's just go ahead and get this thing more wide and just do this thing. You know what? You'll be covering the state.
All right.
So you already have 2 locations. Now, how long have you been on this side of the business side of that?
2 years.
Body sculpting?
Yeah, we've been doing the body sculpting for 2 years. And like I said, it just took off. Honestly, this is kind of the technology that's probably more seen in the bigger cities. And we didn't know how Murfreesboro would take and receive to it. Yes. And they just took it and told everybody. So when they did, we outgrew the one machine that we had. We had to buy another machine. And
The
then,
body sculpting?
Yes, the body sculpting, the LED light machine. And then literally within a year, we were moving over to Marion, so.
Wow. So that is awesome. So now tell me, where's your location in Murfreesboro? Where's the location in Marion? The one by the airport, but where's Murfreesboro?
Okay, right off of 14th Street, so across from Pettit Funeral Home. We're on 106 South 14th Street.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal, good deal. And tell me, now which location are you working out of? Or
I'm going back and forth between both locations. Mainly, I am at the Marion location, but one day a week I go over to Murfreesboro.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
So how do you feel since you've made the transition from the sales that you were doing to the sales that you are doing?
I feel pretty amazing and blessed that God has given me this opportunity. You're going to make me cry now. That God has given me this opportunity to be able to help people and to help them grow and to feel better and to pour into people, just like Bobbie poured into me and changed my life.
Right.
And now it's like that's my desire, my passion to pour into people and help them change their lives.
Well, I'm going to tell you like my pastor taught me. He said, welcome to ministry.
Right.
Because that's really what it is. But so many business people lose that component.
Right.
Why do we go into a service industry if we don't want to serve?
Right.
Right.
So I want you guys to know I'm so proud of you guys, even though I've just met you. But to see someone able to fulfill their purpose
Right.
and to actually go to work and enjoy what you do.
Right.
You know, we all been there and we've all worked jobs. We work to work.
Yes.
But to be able to do something and to see the impact, to see the change, to see the ability to affect someone else's life. But I want to encourage you, if you need some help body sculpting, if you want to take your life back naturally, you need to catch up with these young ladies and their staff and find out what they can do to help you, because I really think 2018 can be something special for somebody.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
So let's talk about one more thing before we go. How is the business created as far as your relationship, the personal relationship? Because obviously, Dr. Bobbie, you poured into her life, and now she's in business with you. So talk to me about on the emotional level of how's that feel to look and see your harvest blooming right there in your garden.
It's a blessing. It was crazy because she had been going to church with us, and I knew she was wanting out of her job, and I knew she had so many gifts and talents. And it was funny because I'd been praying for, I called it a Timothy, that somebody I could trust
Right.
that would pour into people like I would.
Yes, ma'am.
And Wow, Rachel is just, she's a godsend. She really is. So it's just been tremendous. It really has.
Good deal. And for your side?
It's been a huge blessing. I really, when I look back, it was a year ago, almost coming up on a year ago, that I left my other career, and the doors that God has opened, and to be able to work on a daily basis with Dr. Bobbie, and to have that passion to work together to really help people, and we're really on the same page.
Yes.
About that. And so when, I'm working with one of my best friends and helping people, it really doesn't get any better than that.
I'm really seeing that, because here's, I'm looking at we talk about the triune man. You
Right.
are a spirit possessed soul, you live in a body, but I'm looking at you are friends. You work together.
Right.
Right. But then you're spiritually hooked together, brother and sister, or sisters in the Lord.
Yeah.
And I think that is so awesome that you have a relationship that is that full and that round. Because in the narcissistic society that we're in, it's really hard to see people being that natural connected with someone,
Right. Right.
for a mutual benefit.
Right.
Right.
We see people connected, but it's usually one's trying to get over on the other, and the unfortunate things that come with that. But I just want to encourage both of you. It's exciting to see, and I know Southern Illinois is excited about it, and just hang in there. The rest of Illinois, they're coming. Western Kentucky, let's get ready for it.
Yes. I agree.
Looking forward to it. One other thing I was curious, how has the internet affected you? Has that given you a bigger access to people?
Yes, social media for sure. Really, that was the only advertising we did at the beginning.
Okay.
And it took off like crazy. So again, it's just that word of mouth, but it is powerful. And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We
Well,
appreciate
Dr. Bobbie, have y'all considered having to do webinars where they have to pay to come get all this good information? So we can go ahead and get the folks in California on board.
That sounds
I
good.
mean, me, I'm going to take you worldwide. I'm ready.
Hey, we're ready. We're ready.
We want out more people, so
Yes.
let's
Good
do it.
deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, look, you guys stay on top of things. I'm really excited about it. One more time, let's give the locations. Rachel, would you like to do it? Or
We have our location in Murfreesboro on 14th Street, and then we have the one in Marion right in front of the airport. Very easy to find.
Okay. So we got some good locations, too.
Yes.
All right.
I guess you guys got a little real estate in you, too. Location. Now, the main campus is the Murfreesboro?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they're both actually. Marion's probably grown as far as
Okay.
larger now as far as the numbers, but
That's interesting. So
Yeah.
the secondary site is actually grown faster or bigger than the
Right.
original site.
right.
Now, how long were you in chiropractic before you got into the body sculpting?
Good question. About 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been a God thing because we were looking for other opportunities to help more people.
Right.
And this just opened up. We'd been doing weight loss for quite a while with like personal trainer and,
Right.
and just some nutrition. But when the technology came along to speed things up and really help people that weren't getting help otherwise, it just opened up some new doors.
was
for us.
exponential, wasn't it?
It was. It really was.
I really look at that component because when you say 15 years and then in the course of a year,
Right.
business almost doubled,
Right.
and I know that
Yeah.
there's so many different things that happen and you've got your schooling for the doctor of chiropractic, but
Right.
there's so many more things and I have a friend who was a chiropractor and they used to talk about how the central system of the body is, everything's tied into that. And I just love how God takes the simple things to confound the wise.
Yes.
The
Yes.
structure of your body is all based on your spine, and if you get things aligned, a lot of
Exactly.
issues go away. But even if you get your body aligned, that stomach and
Right.
some of those trouble spots, you're
Right.
gonna need a little help with.
Right.
And that's where the body sculpting comes in.
It is.
And then to maintain it,
Yeah.
the nutrition, right?
There we
So
go.
I just love it because it's works together. It's a plan, but it's
Right.
not just a program. It's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
So You can take back your life naturally, or you can help with the new body sculpting so that you can have them both. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Good
Yeah.
deal. Was there anything you ladies would like to say to them in parting, to say one more thing to someone who might be considering not doing a resolution, but a life change?
But there is hope. You know, we've seen it over and over that people have tried everything, you know, and just weren't able to get results. And like you said, this can target. And we do address the mental aspect of it. We try to hit every single aspect. We look at weight loss as a central hub and all these spokes, and we address every single aspect. So we just want to help more people and get the word out there. But there is hope that you can get help.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Nice.
There's hope.
There's
There
hope.
is more to life, and we are ready to help as many people as we can.
Wow. Well, I tell you, hope is a real component, because faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
Right.
Some of you have not seen that last little fat pocket lead, but he said there's hope
There is hope.
through body sculpting and taking back your life naturally. Or taking back your life naturally. Excuse me, I thought I messed that up. But we're excited about it. Dr. Bobbie, Miss Rachel, thank you guys so much.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Hey guys,
Thanks for having us.
You've heard it right here. I think that you know that your life can change. If you want to make some shifts, they have 2 locations. One is in,
Murfreesboro?
and the other is in.
Marion.
Either location, just make the drive. They're glad to take care of you. Come on out, find out what's going on, and get your life back naturally. God bless you. We appreciate you.
This has been Public Report. Public Report discusses the issues of interest and importance to our viewing area. Please remember that the views expressed by our guests are their own and do not necessarily represent the views of TCT or the station.